It's your boy. So, that video yesterday was atrocious. That was I watched that video and I had to delete it. So, if you watch that video and you got stuff out of it, great. You can probably skip this one. This video is going to be the same idea. We're going to talk about car rates, freight rate, well, more car hauling rates, and how they happen. So, what happens is these big dealers, automakers, anybody that moves a lot of cars, they sign a contract with whoever. It could be me, it could be you, it could be a big broker. And now it's usually the broker simply because they don't want to post loads all over the country. Like, these dealers are literally buying cars out of every state in the country. So it's a hassle. It's truly a hassle to get cars moved from all over the country. So they let a broker do the legwork, do the problem stuff, all that. So they'll sign a contract with maybe X amount per mile. Now, if it's like an automaker, a lot of time what they do is X per car, maybe $250 per car. Now, some of those cars are going to be $100. Some of those cars are going to be $400. But in the grand scheme of things, when you have thousands of cars, it all equals out. And they work by region. So if you're picking up in the Port of New Jersey and Newark, and it's going to the southeast region, that's going to be one price. Going northeast, another, blah, blah, blah. So those guys are not paying $1 a mile. They're just not. Best thing about my truck. Not the best, but that's great. They're just not paying that $1 a mile, The average rate is 60 to 80, 90 cents a mile. Now, you're going to have some brokers that are going to try to rob people, and they're going to post 9 packs at 30 cents a mile. They're trying to make up for the other stuff. And now, honestly, the people who get the best rates are the 4s and the 5s. I mean, a 3-car can get it too, and a 2-car. But the 2-car and sometimes a 3-car doesn't move enough to make it worth it. Like, if you're going out of Newark, New Jersey, you may have one going over to Winchester, Virginia. Then you may have one going down towards Roanoke, and then one, wherever on that lane. But just because you have 3 at 80 cents a mile doesn't mean you're getting $22.40 a mile. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, you don't take each car's price per mile and add it together. You've got to take your starting point, run it through your route, and then your furthest ending point, that's your total miles. And then you take your total money and divide it by your total miles. That's your true price per mile. Like, if you've got one going 100 miles at $3 a mile, $300, but yet your whole trip is 500 miles, well, you can't count that as $1 a mile on your trip. It just don't work that way. And a lot of people don't understand that, but that's the math in trucking. A lot of people, and they do it big time with partials. Big time with partials. I see YouTubers doing it. Just because this one pays $1 a mile and this one pays 30 cents a mile, now they're doing $1.30 a mile. And really, they're doing like 70 cents a mile,
So
there is times when you're going to take advantage of the broker, and there's times when the broker's going to take advantage of the situation and the broker will win something. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I got a certain price, A to B. My job is to sell that broker for my price. Let's say it's 90 cents a mile on that run. I get 90 cents a mile and the broker got $1.10 a mile. Good job, broker. Good job. He obviously sold a service. He sold the customer. I have a guy, he's a direct customer of mine, and he's not a broker, but it's hilarious. Like, I'll give him a price for the lane, and he always comes back with a bigger price. Like, he gives me more money, he doesn't hold it back. And I said something to him, he's like, well, I can sell your service. Like, because I've moved so many cars for him, he knows what he's getting, he knows what he's got. He's used the 9 cars, so he knows that the 9 cars can be problems, you know. So he sells my service, and 9 out of 10 times he gets more money. And if it's less money, he just don't call me. Like, he won't doesn't try to beat me up on price. And you know, I appreciate that. There's not a lot of people that are like that, but he's one of them guys. So, guys, there's people that think, oh, I deserve every penny. Brokers shouldn't make no money. Well, then don't use their service. If you don't use their service, they don't make no money. It's simple. People want something for nothing. Employee-minded business owners. But yet you won't go out there and do nothing for free. You won't even help your fellow trucker for free, most of you. You know what I mean? But yet, you want somebody to give you their customer for free, their load for free. And that's the reason I pretty much quit brokering. You know, I don't broker loads anymore on the board. Like, I got people I'll give loads to, and most of the time I'll run them myself, you know. But brokering is a hassle. Dealing with truck drivers is a hassle. Because they're greedy and they don't understand. Most of them need to be that way because they can't budget money, to be honest with you. So, now as far as the rates, like, the further off the beaten trail you are, the more money you're going to get. So, now if you're running the East Coast, let's say you start in Newark, New Jersey, and you want to go to Florida, right? Well, if you load in New Jersey, Connecticut, New York area, you're going to get one price. Now, if you load further south, like Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland, you're probably going to get the same money. Exact same money. You drive 200 miles south, but you'll get the same money because we run lanes. Truckers run lanes. People don't understand deadhead. They think deadhead equals losing money. So, if you start in Newark, New Jersey, and you're going to Florida, right? You go by Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, you and every other trucker on that lane. So, let's say I open my search to Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and I'm willing to go pick up there. Well, I'm picking up cars that no one will move because they're not using their head. So, the brokers know you've got to pay more money on those lanes. And that's why you get the fluctuation of price. Supply and demand. If there's more trucks in one area, the price is lower. If you're in call them scarce area where nobody really runs, you're going to get the money because they don't have many options. And when you call on that load they're willing to give it to you right away because they don't want somebody else. They don't want to miss out and nobody else call. So that's how that works, you know. And I don't talk much about freight because I don't know about freight. I'm not interested in hauling freight, really. Like, not flatbed. If I hauled anything, it'd be oversized, heavy haul, or maybe even reefer, because it's specialized, you know. The problem with flatbed, in my opinion, is too many trucks, too many Hotshots, there's too many big trucks. Like, there's just too many people. You know, and the price is watered down because there's so many people and there's so many employee-minded business owners that will run the cheap freight and not know what they're doing. So that truly does affect the whole flatbed market. Same as cars, you know, and now that cars are paying pretty good, you've got people in flatbed that haul cars. Now, if you can't make it in flatbed and you're coming over to hauling 70 cent, 80 cent a mile cars, you really need to look at your business model. Like, if you're all excited about an 80 cent a mile car and you're a flatbedder, you should really reevaluate the situation. Now, I get it, you throw them on at times, but to strictly run cars, because they're 70 or 80 cents a mile, that really tells you have a problem with your freight. There's a lot of people say, oh, freight sucks. But yet you got other guys, and I'm on the low board. I see where some freight's good. It's all about the lane you run. You know, a lot of people want to stay close to home. They want to be local, and they wonder why they can't get no freight. That's that. That's the problem. So, guys, brokers are brokers. They're not crooks. They're not robbing nobody. This is an opportunistic business. If you've got somebody that's uneducated, willing to work for free, that's not anything wrong with the broker. That's the fact that the customer, the driver, don't know what he's doing. Now, if you as a trucker are offering a fair rate and the broker refuses, you got to move on. But that's because he knows that employee-minded business owner's right behind you. He's coming to get that load. He's coming to get it cheap. But as I've heard and noticed, a lot of people are doing no Hotshots. And the fact, that shows you right there that price isn't everything. If it was, they would run Hotshots at a cheaper rate and then use the money to cover whatever the Hotshots mess up. But they just don't want to deal with the Hotshots. And I believe a lot of it comes to load securement. I seen a guy on Facebook where he booked a load for 1,000. He said it was 1,000 pounds. I think it was like a 3,000 pound, 4,000 pound difference. Like, yeah, that sucks. But because he was non-CDL, he had to leave it on the dock. If you had a CDL, you bump the rate and keep it rocking. You know, so just brokers don't have time to book a load and not have faith in it, in the driver. So next time you're looking to book loads, or if you're starting out in this business, have an open mind. Don't listen to what everybody says, because a lot of people like the BS. So guys, if you want the better rates, you got to do what nobody else would do. So that's that. I hope it helps somebody. If you need a fuel card, Victoria from RTS, He's on point. And factoring, you got Howard and JD Factors. They're getting it done for my people. You know, there's a lot of people using them right now, and they're happy, very happy. So if the link will be in the, or the numbers will be in the description, tell them your boy sent you, and they'll get you taken care of. So, all right, guys, like, share, subscribe, hit that ding ding, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.